This garden is huge. Where exactly are we supposed to meet her?
Near the entryway, I assume.
These flowers smell heavenly, like fresh cream.
Those are the flowers I saw around the manor. I still don't know what species they are.
There's so many of them.
There she is, Miss Primrose.
Oh, I didn't expect you to bring company, Mr. Stones.
I apologize, Primrose. Will that be an issue?
No, I suppose not. I sent some of the staff to search for Hazel. What they found was just awful. I still haven't had the heart to tell the family.
In the orchard?
Yes. Oh, then you must know about it too. Some horrible beast.
Actually, that attack was all staged. There was no beast. Just a pony making it look like it was a beast.
Oh? You're certain?
Absolutely.
Oh, what a relief.
A relief?
I think I know what happened. It's just like her mother.
Didn't her mother go missing?
Apricot didn't go missing. She left and made herself impossible to find. She made a big scene of it in her room, tore it apart and just left. She wanted to make it look like her husband attacked her.
Why would she want to do that?
I shouldn't speak ill of the Bakerbell family, but they were always arguing. I think she just wanted to get away from it all, even if it meant abandoning her own children.
And you think Hazel staged the werewolf attack to run away?
It seems like something she would do. She's been arguing with her father so often lately. He's had a horrible temper. It's difficult for anyone to speak with him. She must have finally been fed up and tried to run away. She may have even left to search for her mother.
That still doesn't explain where the other missing pony is.
I wish I could help there, but I can't. It must have been a coincidence. I've already told you so much. I hope I won't be fired. Mr. Bakerbell would have my hide.
Don't worry, Miss Primrose. Our lips are sealed.
Here. It's not much, but I want you to have these. Bakerbell's finest pastries.
Pastries?
It's all I have to give, as a thank you for letting me know about Hazel.
Well, don't mind if I do.
He who eats much eats away his own luck.
What on earth was that?
The Master's hounds. Oh no.
What are you doing here? This is private property, you know, and you have no business to loiter. Miss Evening Primrose, why are you conversing with these strangers? You know better than that. In my wife's garden, no less. Does she mean nothing to you, you stupid girl?
My apologies, Chestnut, sir. 1,000 apologies.
Get rid of them, then come back inside. You've got work to do.
Yes, Chestnut, sir. I'm very sorry, but I must comply with his request. We do not require your services anymore, and kindly ask you not to share what you've witnessed. There's no crime after all, which is not somewhere a detective should be.
I hope you realize that the possibility of a crime is also exactly where a detective needs to be.
Yes, Gridlock.
Hemlock.
Yes, we know you got a brain and ego that's most likely deflated, but come along. We need to be on our way. Thank you for your hospitality, Miss Primrose.
So long.
You do realize she is lying, of course.
Naturally. But we have other leads we have to chase rather than risk more of unnecessary hostility from the house. What was that?
They must have a dog at the manor. She mentioned hounds.
That doesn't sound like any dog I've heard.
Grrr.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Huh? What? Yes, fine. Just doesn't feel right is all. Who's that over there?
I do believe that is none other than Basil Bakerbell, Hazel's older brother. Hello there, Basil, yes?
What? Hello. What are you doing here?
Oh, we were just leaving. But since you're here, do you think you might have any idea where your sister Hazel might be?
Hazel? No, I don't. I haven't seen her since this morning.
Would she have any reason to run away?
Maybe? I don't know. Look, you should go.
Is it just me, or was that howl a lot closer?
Definitely closer, but it sounds different.
We have dogs, yes. Now please, if you could leave.
No, something was very familiar about that howl. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was... Derpy! Oh, I was so worried! Where did you... Why are you licking me? Derpy! Derpy, what's wrong with you? Stop that!
So you know her. Thank goodness. I found her like that. I was trying to catch her.
So much for your family's dogs.
I didn't think you'd believe me if I said I was looking for a crazy pony. But since you know her, you can take care of the rest.
What happened to her?
I don't know. Like I said, I found her like that, wandering around, howling and barking.
Hey, her cutie mark is different. Instead of bubbles, it's a crescent moon. What could that mean?
I believe she's under some kind of curse. It takes powerful magic to change a cutie mark. The cutie mark must be what's making her act that way.
But how do we undo the curse?
We don't even know the source of the curse yet. It will take a lot of research to find a cure.
There might be an herbal remedy for it, but it would take some pretty powerful and probably rare plants.
Well, let's not waste any more time. We have to take her somewhere safe and find out just what's wrong with her.
I agree. Besides, we need to check in with Scribble to see if those photos were developed. Well, Basil Bakerbell, thank you for trying to catch this pony, but we'll take it from here.
Yeah, I hope he can help her.
Come, Derpy.
I'm sorry.
Greetings, Doctor. Hemlock.
Tick-tock, we found Derpy.
Really? Where is she?
She's currently in the warehouse under June's surveillance.
Is she alright?
Well, she's under some kind of curse that's making her act like a dog.
What? I need to see her.
Hold on. Before you go, we have the photos, remember?
Right. We found something in the photo Scribble took.
Excellent. Let us see then.
Most of them are of the orchards in Hazel when she was walking, but then there's the one I took when I was startled by the werewolf.
The supposed werewolf.
Okay, smart guy, yeah. The werewolf, sure. Whatever, supposed werewolf. But look, see for yourself.
Let me have that. This is... What is this? This is a blur.
Yes, well, okay, yes. Whatever came out was blurry. I'm sorry. But look closer. There's something behind it.
Is that a pony?
That's not just any pony. That's Basil Bakerbell.
So he was involved? Ugh, I should have known! He must know what happened to Derpy and Hazel. Oh, I'm so mad! I could really use a head scratch right now. Can some pony scratch my head, please? Or my belly? That would be even better.
What?
I'll just scratch your head. Real normal like. Yeah. Oh, this is normal.
Oh, yes, that hits the spot.
There's no doubt in my mind now, Doctor, you've been acting very strangely, increasingly so over time. Now it's quite obvious.
I have?
Is it normal for you to ask for belly rubs?
Oh, no, not really.
You've been yappy, growling, impulsive, and now...
Ball! Give me the ball!
Fetch, Doctor.
I got it!
Why did you have a squeak ball?
The sound amuses me. And you never know when a squeaky ball may come in handy. As proven here.
Doctor, whatever affected Derpy looks like it may be slowly affecting you as well.
What? But how?
You have to think about what various things you may have been exposed to here on the Bakerbell estates. Also, you best keep your eye on your cutie mark. It hasn't changed yet, but it might if it gets any worse.
I was with you and June almost the whole time. I don't know what could possibly be the cause of this.
Well, keep thinking. It may be the key to helping your friend.
I think Basil knows more than he let on.
Undoubtedly.
Then we should find him again and properly question him.
Are you sure you're in the right condition to do such a thing?
I can still think clearly, thank you very much. We're going to help Derpy and find Hazel.
All right. But do try to keep yourself under control.
Tick-tock, I want you to stay with Derpy in the TARDIS. See if you can find anything to help her.
Alright.
I guess I'll just stay here. There's not much else a pony like me can do. But here, You keep the photo. It might be useful.
Thank you. We'll confront Basil and see what he knows.
Derpy, Derpy, no. Sit. Derpy, come on. Stop playing with that. I didn't have a pet back in theirs. Alright. Father told me that if I did, I might be tempted to take it apart. I don't do that to living things, Dad. Wait, maybe there's some old Nayer's remedies that could be beneficial to our condition. Unfortunately, an herbalist was a profession I never gave much consideration, but there should be something that can help you, Derpy. In the meantime, fetch. Should I be enjoying this as much as I am? It feels strange. Plants. There was fireweed. That was good for sore throats, as I recall. Purple prank, a subset of poison joke that was said to invoke laughter. Good for those who have a hard time doing just that. Hey, this might help me. My laughter is pretty substandard currently. Oh, sorry, Derpy. I shouldn't be concerning myself with my own remedies. Oh, you wanted to play fetch? Ah, Derpy, get off me! You're heavy! And, oh dear, I can't lift her. Not like I was going anywhere anyway. What I need is a reversion antidote. Something that'll restore her high cerebral function. Honeybuckle? That could actually work. It's good for hangovers, getting rid of headaches, ringing ears, and other ailments. Wait, Derpy, could you scooch a bit? No, not on my chest! A moon cutie mark. Maybe that's the cause of it. Her cutie mark changing. Yeah, that might be it. But what herb was it that affected a pony's cutie mark? I remember it was risky to use, though, depending on, what was it, a pony's desire? A heart's desire! Maybe if I gave her just a little bit, it might bring her cutie mark back if that was her true desire. Did I always talk this much? I mean, you can understand me, right, Derpy? Thank goodness she got off. Right, we're getting you to cut down on the muffins. Derpy, where are you going? No, not at the doors. You're a dog. You don't know how doors work. Oh no. No. Come on, come back. I take back what I said about the muffins.
What are you doing here? Mr. Bakerbell is very angry. You really shouldn't be here. If he finds you've come back, he'd surely have my head.
We need to speak with Basil. Please.
How long do you need?
Not long, hopefully. We met him earlier. We'd just like to ask him a few more questions, that's all.
He may know something that can help us find Hazel.
I really shouldn't. But all right. I'll retrieve him at once. Please wait a moment.
I don't like this Mr. Bakerbell at all. Something about him is bothering me.
There is something very suspicious about his behavior. Perhaps Basil can add more insight to him.
Try to go easy on him. Both of you. Basil seems like a sensitive colt.
Don't underestimate him.
Hello again? Is everything with your friend all right?
She's fine, still barking mad, but fine otherwise.
We have some more questions for you about Hazel. You do realize she's missing, don't you?
Yes. I noticed she never came home, and Primrose told us about what was found in the orchard. You asked me if she might have a reason to run away, and I guess she may have.
Can you please tell us why your sister would want to run away?
She never really liked this family, not since Mom left us. She was always talking about wanting a better, more exciting life without a bunch of boring expectations on her shoulders. She never agreed with Father on anything, so I guess she had a lot of reasons to run away.
Except she didn't run away at all, did she, Basil?
What? I don't know. It only seems to make sense.
Basil, we know you were there when she disappeared.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been home all day.
This photograph says otherwise. This was taken just before she went missing. A witness was following her when it happened. You must remember him. You came up right behind him after all. Remember?
That's... It's not what you think.
What were you doing there, Basil? And what happened to our friend who was also there? Talk! We know you know something. There's no use hiding.
I'd go as far as to say you had a hoof in staging the werewolf attack. There was a rake in the garden that was a perfect size for the claw marks on the trees. There's dirt between your hooves, still from where you dug up the mess, to make it look like a struggle. And we have the photograph to prove you were there. No more lies, Basil. What happened to your sister Hazel?
It wasn't my idea. I didn't want to do it, but he didn't give me a choice.
He?
Father. It was Father's idea. Hazel was going to cause a lot of problems for the family. I don't know very much about it, but I don't want to go against Father. You don't know what he's capable of.
What did he have you do to her?
I used the Lunar's Bane.
Lunar's Bane? I've never heard of such a thing. What is Lunar's Bane?
It's a flower. If a pony eats too much of it, they go mad with lunacy. They turn into monstrous hounds. Your friend was a witness. I had no choice but to poison her with the Lunar's Bane as well so she wouldn't be able to say anything. Father was going to keep her captive, but she escaped, and that's why I was trying to catch her. If Father knew I let you take her away, he'd be furious with me.
The Lunar's Bane wouldn't happen to be those flowers I saw all over the manor.
Yes, that's right.
So then where is Hazel now?
I don't know. All I did was poison her. Father was the one who took her away. She's probably in the manor somewhere.
Well, what are you doing sitting around letting it happen? She's your sister, isn't she? You should try to help her.
You don't understand. I can't. If I did, I'd be just like her and Mom.
Your mother? She was poisoned by the Lunar's Bane as well?
You've said quite enough, boy.
Father! I'm sorry. They knew. They figured it out.
They won't be an issue for long.
Let go of me!
June!
Arrgh! Get your filthy hooves off of her!
Oh ho! It looks like one of you has already been exposed to the Lunar's Bane. That will just make this easier. Now open wide.
I don't think so.
Oof! Blasted mare!
Excellent work, Saffron.
I learned it from you.
You get back here!
My turn.
Ah!
Now that I'd have you restrained, I think we're due for a chat.
Of course he's a skilled combatant even here.
Unhoof me this instant or I'll call the hounds!
The hounds being ponies you poisoned with the Lunar's Bane, am I right?
How did you...
The howls are very distinctly not canine in tone. I wasn't able to figure out what was so odd about them until we came across an infected pony. The ponies who'd gone missing, the ones Hazel was trying to bring my attention to, they're all here in this manor. She was trying to expose you, and you wouldn't have any of it, would you?
She was going to ruin us.
I think I know how these ponies are being poisoned as well. It's the same way the doctor was exposed, through the food here at the estates. You must have put Lunar's Bane in it.
Oh, so that's why I've been going doggy? Oh, and the nightmares that ponies have been having. It must be related too.
Yes, we put Lunar's Bane in the food. Only enough to get them addicted to our food. It made us famous. But some overindulged and became hounds. We had no choice.
Father? What do you mean?
No choice? Then you aren't the one truly behind this after all. Tell me who it is.
I can't. I'll be turned into a hound as well if I do. Just like my wife and daughter.
It isn't anyone in your family, I can tell that much. You have the power and resources, but someone else must be using them while manipulating all of you. Someone close by who was the constant contact with the family. Someone like... Evening Primrose, isn't that right? I know you're listening in behind the door.
What? Why would you think such a thing? I'm just the maid here. I look after this family.
You can stop the act, Miss Primrose. You've been manipulating this family for quite some time, haven't you?
What? That can't be right. Primrose has always been there for me and Hazel. She'd never have Hazel poisoned, or our mother.
It is Primrose, isn't it, Chestnut?
Yes.
Don't be ridiculous. What could a little thing like me possibly do?
Spreading fear and nightmares through a magical plant seems a good place to start.
And why would I want to do that?
Why, that's easy, Primrose. Earlier, you told the doctor, he who eats much eats away his own luck. That's an old gypsy saying. I've heard it before when I spent a weekend with a family of performing gypsies. You're a descendant of the gypsy family whose land was taken from them so long ago, aren't you? That seems a suitable reason for wanting revenge on this family and the ponies who come here as tourists, don't you think?
Oh, Pooh. You're all too good. There's no use pretending anymore, is there? You'll just figure it out anyways. Yes, I am a descendant of that family. We've been serving the Bakerbells for generations. It was the only way we could still live on our old land. They've been using the Lunar's Bane to make ponies want to buy their foods again and again. But my family were the only ponies the Lunar's Bane would grow for. In that way, we control them.
But there's another reason you're spreading them around, isn't there?
The nightmares. The more there are, the stronger the fear. And the more fear there is, the more real the nightmares become. The werewolf legend won't be just a legend. It's a reality created by the dreams of others. Why don't I show you what happens when a pony is completely consumed by the Lunar's Bane?
What sort of beasts are those?
I refuse to call them werewolves.
They are totally werewolves!
Oh, listen to you. Sounds like you ate quite a bit of those pastries I gave you. Soon you'll be one of them. Those consumed become nightmare hounds, or werewolves, as the legend calls them. You'll be consumed just like the rest of them. All of you will have to become hounds. I'm very sorry about that, but you know far too much. Being the last of my family's blood, only I can control them. Now, my pretty hounds, get them!
Run, all of you!
But Father!
Go!
Oh, no need to worry, Basil, dear. If you stay with me, I'll protect you.
No, you took my sister from me and my mother. I can't trust you anymore!
Basil!
Close the door! Close the door!
That won't hold them for long.
There, that should take them a little longer.
What manner of device is that?
Sonic screwdriver, I'll explain later. Plan now!
If we run through the garden, we'll reach the orchards. We could lose them in there.
Running is a good start to any plan, fine by me. Basil, you know the way through the garden, don't you? Lead the way.
Right, this way!
Hold on.
What is it, Saffron?
These flowers. This is Lunar's Bane, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And they're addictive, right?
Yeah, that's right. But what's that got to do with anything?
Well, I have a theory. What if we were to put the Lunar's Bane in the path of the hounds? They might not be able to resist eating it. It could stall them.
No time to wonder about it. Quickly, pick as many as you can and throw them on the path.
Doctor, don't you dare eat any.
Trying not to, but they smell so good.
Here they come. Let's go, quickly!
It's working. They're going for it.
Well, looks like 2 of them were smart enough to cut us off.
Back up, back up.
We don't have any other direction to go. It's hounds either way. What do we do?
La 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 la.
Basil, what are you doing?
La 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 la.
They're
la,
falling asleep?
La la la.
Look there, you can just make out the pony they were under all that billowing smoke.
That one there, if I'm not mistaken, that one is Mrs. Apricot Bakerbell.
Yes. My mother.
Come on, let's get away from here while we still can.
We'll be contacting the authorities once we get out of this orchard.
Oh, right. That's how you do things.
And you have other methods.
Oh yes, vastly different.
Does this mean I'm going to lose my whole family? And me, will I go to jail for making my sister eat Lunar's Bane?
Calm down, Basil. This will all be sorted out. They'll understand that your family was being manipulated by Primrose.
I still can't believe it was her this whole time.
She taught you that lullaby, didn't she?
What? How did you...
She was humming it when we met her previously.
Oh. Yeah, she used to sing it to me and my sister when we were foals. She told us it had special magic to make nightmares go away.
And you knew it would work on the hounds?
I knew because I'd sing it to my mother after she was turned, hoping it would help her. It always calmed her down and let her sleep peacefully, like you saw earlier.
It's a good thing you know how to stop them, but what I want to know... Hold on. Itch... Ah, that feels great.
What you want to know...
Oh, right. What I want to know is how to turn them back into normal ponies.
All I know is, when their cutie marks become a full moon, they cease being a pony and can't turn back.
Implying there's a cure before it happens?
I guess, but I don't know anything about it. Oh no, they're awake again!
They're moving fast from the sound of it.
Doctor, what's wrong?
I can't. I have to. Shouldn't. But. Oh!
What in an equestria are you doing? You'll give us away!
I don't know. It's just what I heard. Oh!
Quiet!
Too late! I found you.
How? But so fast. How did you do that? You're an earth pony. You can't teleport.
That is the power of nightmares. You know how it is. No matter how far you run, the monster always finds a way to catch up.
But you're not really a monster, are you, Miss Primrose? Please, tell me you're the same kind mare who looked after us growing up.
Basil, Of course I am. Everything I ever did for you was genuine. I swear it.
Then why are you doing all of this? Why did you take Hazel away?
Oh, Basil, my sweet little turtle. You must understand I had no choice. I took no pleasure in it, but your sister was going to expose this family. It would have destroyed the Bakerbells and everything my ancestors worked for. Don't you see? Because of us, you have a life of wealth and prosperity.
But what about the nightmares and the hounds?
They were a necessity. She told me so. Oh, if only you knew how cruel your family was to mine, and even to their own. You and Hazel never deserved any of it. You weren't like the rest of them.
You're not answering my question. Why were they...
No! Stop, please! This doesn't have to go on any longer. Basil, I wanted a good life for you. I did give you one, didn't I? I can give you more. So much more. Stay with me, and you'll be protected and loved and cared for, and nothing will stand in your way of success.
Enough! You did no such thing for me!
No, Basil.
I'm talking! All this protection, all this love, it brought me nothing but guilt and misery. This family, which I'm supposed to be proud of, this money, none of it could buy me friends, or even the chance to make them. I felt a prisoner to my name, to the scheme, this whole mess. I never wanted any of it. What kind of monster am I to betray my sister like that? How can I live with what you made me do? I don't want this anymore. I want my family back. I want things to be okay and the lies to stop, Primrose. And if you truly care about me, tell me the truth.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was trying to save you. But effort wasted, it seems. If you're that determined to join your family as my hounds, then who am I to deny such a heartwarming family reunion?
Miss Primrose, please don't do this.
Hounds, capture them.
I don't believe she's Primrose anymore.
What?
She appears to be possessed by some other entity.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's ask. You there! You're not the maid anymore, are you? Just who are you and what do you want?
Why, I'm the one who granted a poor family's wish so long ago.
To what end? Why hide it any longer? It's obvious we're not going anywhere, and if you're going to turn us into your loyal dogs, it would be nice to know who we're serving and why.
A coronation. For my queen. I am a force of nature, spreading my gift far and wide from the mightiest of monarchs to the lowest of sentients. And my gift will birth an army for my master. The legends and myths giving rise to perfection. I am a fraction of what she is, but I am sufficient for you mortals. I am darkness, a terrible blight, the chill down your spine. All your kind know me well, but what you're most intimate with is your nightmare.
Nightmare? You don't mean like with Princess Luna?
Even a powerful princess can be overtaken by fear.
But that isn't the whole story, is it? You can't fully control your host's emotions, can you?
Are you challenging that fact?
I'm stating it. Primrose, you did this for the Bakerbell children. You said so yourself. That's love, Primrose. Whatever you did, never forget that reason. Focus on that. You're not a slave to this parasite, Primrose.
Parasite? How dare you! I'm so sorry. Hazel, I never wanted this. My little turtle. Did I really ruin your life? Was it all for nothing? Am I so useless I can't even help those I love? Ah! See how futile this is? Fear of her own consequences far outweigh her love. Fear governs all.
There are stronger things than fear. She can overcome this.
I believe you're the one causing the most harm, letting her out just to see the extent of her failure. That's the cruelest thing you could have done, my little pet.
Pet?
Ah, yes. It's taking far longer for the effects to take hold with you. Intriguing. But I grow impatient. Now he will be mine. As is she. As is the rest of her bloodline. And soon so much more.
He's completely gone now. This is impossible.
Now is not the time for panic, Saffron. We've got a job to do. We don't get out of this situation by groveling. We think. The answer is here. We have the answer in this orchard, but how do we utilize it?
What can you possibly do? My hounds have you, and once you've consumed the Lunar's Bane, you'll be just like them.
Basil,
Huh?
it's up to you, kid. You did it before, didn't you? Bring her back?
Did I?
You have the strongest bond with her out of all of us. She can still hear you, Basil. Remind her of her love. This was out of her control the second that thing got involved. She cares.
But it's over. I want this to end.
Wish granted. What are you doing?
Ah, I understand now. Now, Basil, don't let her go unaccompanied.
Okay.
No, stop! She's mine! You hear me? Mine! Basil. While sleepy daisies brush against your face, good night, sleep tight, the wolves will not bite.
Miss Primrose!
Well, that takes care of the hounds.
Couldn't have done it better myself. You've really come a long way since your first case with me. Perhaps there's a deductionist in you yet.
You do realize now that you've said that you can't take it back, right?
Oh, don't gloat.
Miss Primrose! Miss Primrose, are you okay? Is it over?
I don't know.
No, it isn't. But I deduce we're at the beginning of the end. It's just a matter of answers we need now.
Where's my sister?
That's a good start.
She's down in the old cellar. But you shouldn't. It's too late for her. I'm certain.
You are also certain of your bond with that creature and your plans. It's not a day for certainty, wouldn't you agree? Now, can you move?
I think so.
Then lead the way, and bring the good doctor with us. Let's go for a walk.
It's just down this hallway.
Not another step!
Father!
Mr. Bakerbell!
Ah, the no-show. Did you miss pain that much that you came looking for June for another dose?
I have lost so much. The least I can do is save what remains of my family and end this charade. Ha!
Father, stop!
But boy, what are you doing?
She knows where Hazel is. I'm not a prisoner, nor am I your only family.
Hazel.
Please, Father. She's not entirely at fault, and she wishes to amend her crimes.
Where's Raspberry? She ought to see this too.
She locked herself in her office. Said something about being the only one not dooming this family.
The only one not trying to help, more like it.
Please, sir. I want this to end just as much as you do.
Show me my daughter and we'll talk. And do something about your own hound. He's slobbering all over my carpet.
Thank you, Father.
This is a dead end.
My family knew a great deal more about this house than the Bakerbells ever would.
My word. This goes down to the cellar.
Not exactly. To the old cellar, where my family used to conjugate.
And this must be the door to reveal our moment of truth.
Oh
Hazel.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The dosage I gave her was far more than the others. My other side didn't want the truth getting out. I don't know if anything can be done for her at this point.
No, not after all we've been through. Not after all that. We can do something here.
But what can we do? My daughter, she's
alive, and we're in a position to do something about it. Primrose, tell your other half if they're still clinging to this game. You haven't beaten me yet. You hear me?
Hemlock, give it a rest. Getting angry won't...
Wait, oh, June, you, the lullaby. Why did you sing it?
Huh? Well, it was a strong bond between Basil and Primrose, so I thought it would be something not able to be linked to negative emotions.
But it also worked on the hounds, didn't it? There's something magical in that melody that acts as a sort of pacifier. Primrose, where did you learn it?
Huh? My family taught it to me as a way to control the hounds, and that it... But it was just a myth, surely. This is centuries old.
But if this has a sort of effect on them, then it must be part of some sort of cure.
They only hinted at it, though. There's no official mention of it being so.
Well, we have to try. Chestnut, get the poor girl up to the library. That's where we're going. We'll find the truth, even if we have to take apart every last book in there. Not now. Not when we're so close. I won't be beaten like this. Not this one. No. Come on, there must be something. Anything in here. What the?
Derpy. Please. Give me a break. Please.
TikTok?
You were supposed to be keeping us safe and well away from all this. You had one job.
My job, for your information, is... Well, charity would technically be more accurate, but I was a mechanic. And there was no mention of dog watching. Never again. Now, where's the doctor? We need to sort this out now.
Running circles around my sister and Derpy. We're now playing together.
More like the dog tour in this case.
That was terrible.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Not him too. This couldn't get any worse. No. No, stay, Doctor, stay. Ah! No, stop, cut it out. Bad, Dr. Derpy, not you. Help. I can't breathe.
This has been a bizarre day.
Yeah. Primrose, that lullaby helps calm them down, right? Maybe so TikTok can breathe again?
Ah, yes, with lyrics, please. That might help us if we knew all the words. They may give us a clue to this cure.
At once. The wind whispers through the silver vines, grass soft as feather tips in warm sunshine. Taste the clovers, honey dearest, follow sheep tracks to the sandmare's kiss. Find all your heart's desires in dreams embrace, as sleepy daisies brush against your face. Good night, sleep tight, the wolves will not bite.
Something caught your attention.
Yeah. Those lyrics sound like herbs. Sandmare's kiss, dream's embrace, sheep tracks, heart's desire.
Ah, my hypothesis was correct about that one. Since Heart's Desire affects a pony's cutie mark, I thought that it might work to counter the crescent moon cutie mark that appeared.
Sleepy daisies is another name for chamomile, which helps with sleep. Sheep's tracks are a common potion ingredient. It's supposed to...
Quell anxiety and promote good dreams. I was given sheep's tracks as a foal when I was having nightmares, and Dream's Embrace is perfect for insomnia.
Silver vine, feather tips, clover honey. Most of these ingredients have something in common.
Peaceful sleep.
The opposite of nightmares.
Ahem. If we're done getting excited over greenery and plants, we've still got a crisis on our hooves. If we can utilize these plants in some way for a cure for the hounds or whatever is possessing Primrose, then we ought to get a move on.
Perhaps it's both. The lullaby affected me greatly, and while my other half could return, it hasn't yet. Maybe it's because I sung it again.
Let's not take that chance.
Sleepy daisies, clover honey, silver vine. Ha! We have all of those in this very manner. This way.
I'll stay with the, dogs to watch over.
You are responsible for both my friends' safety now. Don't make me regret letting you.
They will be safe. I promise.
Is that the last of them?
Should be. It's a good thing I had to study potions in medical school. Now, TikTok, since you seem to know your herbs and potions, give me a hoof with this and let's get this done.
Certainly.
Father, a word, please?
Of course.
Why did Primrose not attack you? You revealed her plan, and yet she spared you?
Perhaps her subconscious still viewed me as someone close. Maybe she needed me to stay in charge of the estates. Or perhaps I wasn't worth converting, a sentiment I agree with.
Why would you?
I have been horrible to you, son. Do not argue that. It is the truth. And I took out my own mistakes on you, because I was very much like you when I was your age. Hating my family name, wanting something more for myself. But I just accepted it for the good of every pony else, and not for me.
Accepted being part of the family?
Accepting the arranged marriage. The Paint lineage had to be continued, and, well, I won't get into it. And it made me feel even more of a failure when my wife, who never liked the arrangement either, found love not from my efforts and sacrifices, but in her children. I went cold. Jealous of my own children. You were so good to your sister as well, and she loved you back. while my own sister has from birth looked upon me with disdain and disinterest, not bothering with the rest of the world, not even her closest relative. This family ruined me. I feel a husk, merely serving to continue it through some insanity because I felt the name was all I had left.
I had no idea. I'm so sorry, Father, that you went through such pain alone.
After all this, I will try to make it right. I swear it.
Father.
Okay, it's ready. Here, doggies. Din-dins.
Bakerbells! It's Bakerbells! Whew, I was dying to get that out. Why didn't I notice sooner?
Blah. What happened? Why can't I feel my tongue?
Derpy! You're you again! Brilliant!
Oh, Derpy, thank goodness you're all better. That will never happen to you again, you hear me? Never.
What? Okay, we'll make sure of that. Whatever that was.
Hazel!
Basil?
Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry for everything.
As am I, my sweet little girl. As am I.
Daddy? What?
It's over now. No more missing ponies. No more Luna's Bane. No more hounds. You're safe now.
And now, Primrose, it's your turn. Let's see if this works. Drink up.
I hope it does. I really do. I don't feel any different. Oh no, what if... Ah! My head!
Miss Primrose!
Get back! It's fighting! It's... No, not yet. Not yet. I was so close. This isn't over. I am merely a fragment of what is the true nightmare. You will all succumb to the fear someday. Ah! Oh, my head.
Is it gone?
I no longer feel her presence. I think it's finally over. I'm free. We're free.
And just like that, we got a happy ending after all.
Riveting. Now, Primrose, we need the truth. What was that thing that possessed you? All this mention of families and protection, where did it all begin?
Very well. I'll tell you what I know. My ancestors lived here before the land was ever claimed. But then an awful stallion, Macaron Bakerbell, he came and took the land as his own, chased them out. They tried all sorts of things to try and get their home back. They tried reasoning, and he would have none of it, unless they agreed to be his servants. Desperate, they accepted, and they toiled endlessly for him, obeying every whim because their home meant that much to them. Then one day, one of the younger members of the family felt fed up with all of it, and she started delving into hexes and curses, hoping there would be something that could work in their favor. It was as if fate had blessed her, for as she was searching for herbs to use, she found a strange flower that spoke to her. It knew all about the family's pain and her desire to have revenge, and it promised her a solution, but only if she accepted the entity as her master and allowed it to possess her body. And that's where it all started. Her firstborn, and their firstborn, and so on, all inherited the entity, and I'm not sure, would guide their actions so that the Bakerbell family would see nothing but tragedy. And that's all I know. The nightmare never said where she came from or what she was.
This Luna's Bane. Well, now that I'm not canine sandwiches short of a picnic and properly focused, I think I can find out a little more of this plant's origins. It's composed of oxygen, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, lunar soil. That's from the moon!
What?
Are you saying this plant's from outer space?
Very likely.
That's impossible. There is no way the origin can be determined from such a device. Just look at it. There's nothing there that can display that sort of information, so where are you getting it? Just because we have no proof of where they came from doesn't immediately make them alien. Be reasonable.
If we eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
That sounds like something I would say.
I've been waiting all day to quote you, but I promise you, and to you, Bakerbells, and Primrose, something will be done.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, bless you, friends! 1,000 blessings upon you!
Both families are forever in your debt.
Don't you know what this means? Not just us. All the hounds can be cured, Mother included.
You're right! Oh, I can't remember being this happy. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
I think we're all ignoring a monumental elephant in the room. Namely, what do we deserve?
A great big hug for all the pain and scary stuff you've been through?
I meant punishment. One way or another, most of our whole household has committed numerous crimes, and have been doing so willingly.
But it wasn't your fault. It was that creature that was possessing Primrose.
Try explaining that one to the authorities. I won't have Primrose take the whole fall. She's been through enough for her to be a scapegoat.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir.
We could cover it all up.
With how far spread those myths and nightmares are now, do you really think it's possible to cover it up? Every shred of evidence accounted for, and utmost trust in each and every pony here to keep silent.
I wouldn't want our saviors to be caught up in this as well.
A decision needs to be made. This is complicated. What do you reckon, Doctor? Doctor?
Didn't you want to stay and help figure it out?
No time. We got to find this source. And if it's affected one little family this badly, imagine what an entire moon breeding these plants could accomplish.
More like you don't want to deal with the fallout over this domestic case.
Monsters, time travel, the infinite void of space and world-shattering events, that's my jurisdiction. Legally, I am no authority. I think it's best left to Hemlock.
Well, wait! Wait!
Oh, this delightful fellow.
Snooping as usual, I see.
Snooping? Oh, for Olympia's sake, I was just merely securing the perimeter.
You were spying on us, weren't you? Still! There was a flash when the lullaby was sung. It wasn't anything magical. It was your stupid camera.
Well, I couldn't just leave the truth of vague memory, could I? I needed to contribute.
Well, I suppose that's fair. Good on you.
Huh? Wait, aren't you gonna, yell at me more, or demand that I scratch your head or something?
History, Scoop. Ancient history.
Well, okay, good, because this is it. This is the story that's gonna prove my worth as a journalist. I just know it. Heroes and the Bakerbell curse. That's the headline. Imagine it, me, Scribble Scoops, giving you inside looks at the adventures of Hemlock Stones. The media would eat this up. It all starts right here, at the Bakerbell Estates.
Whoa there. Before you get ahead of yourself, I ask that you leave me and my companions out of this. I don't want us getting any media attention.
I guess I could manage that and still make the article look good. Don't you worry, I won't tell a soul about you. Except maybe my boyfriend, Whistleblower. But trust me, he can keep a secret.
Oh yes, Whistleblower is such a reliable sounding name. Calling me reassured.
Doctor!
Oh, speak of the devil.
You! After all that, you're just going to up and leave?
Why not? Isn't that what you do? Rather than deal with all that paperwork and legal schmeagle stuff?
I suppose you have some form of a point. But really, not even a goodbye.
Didn't think I mattered to you that much.
You do! Wait, let me try that again. You intrigue me in so many ways. And now you're going to do something even more incomprehensible. How? What are you?
Some mysteries aren't worth solving. After all, that's what makes them so exciting, isn't it?
And you knew so much about me.
Again, don't look into it so much.
You're from a parallel universe.
You're open to that idea?
It's a theory that hasn't ever officially been disapproved, and is a popular one in the scientific communities. Some say Star Swirl created a mirror to other realities, though it hasn't been proven. Yet. Besides, with all you know about me, all you don't know about where you are, your uniqueness, it was the only theory that made sense.
Well, I'll let you be the judge of that.
It's so hard for you to admit that I'm right, isn't it?
I like being clever. Sue me.
I could. I'm more up to date with the legal schmeagle.
Get out of here.
Will I see you again?
I do need to report a job well done, so maybe once more.
How do you manage all of this? All you've been through today, and not even a second's respite, going off to another crazy adventure. What possesses you to take that sort of risk with such glee abandon?
The answer, my dear Hemlock, is elementary!
What a twit!